Hello. Oh gosh. All right, rotate your phone. Okay, fine. It has been a day. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to get this thing set up because my computer is making this really, really loud noise. So, okay. Sorry. It's making this really loud noise. I don't know what it is. It's too loud. So I had to come live here on my Facebook page. So say hello in the comments if you are here. I see one person is watching, so that means I'm there. Hold on a sec. Go to my Facebook page. All right, so I'm going to have notes from my phone. Hopefully I can also comment here or I will be able to see your comments. Sorry, I'm just a little bit wonky here. It's like I said, it has been a day. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I know I said 7 o'clock and it's only 6:59, but I don't like wasting time. I like to just get right to it. So for those of you who are fairly new to my Facebook page, my name is Kim Kenny and I am, oh, hi Debbie, glad you made it. My name is Kim Kenny and I am a no diet wellness coach. So what the heck does that mean? I'm a certified health and life coach and I help women ditch the diet mentality by eating. And I have an acronym called EAT. Ditch the diet and eat. Energize, abide, transform. And I help women lose weight for the last time, to get off the yo-yo diet roller coaster so that they don't have to keep losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight and gaining weight. A little bit about me. A lot of you have heard my story, so I won't take a long time. But a little bit about me. I had a lot of stress in my life and a lot of things happen. And then I was in a job that was very, very stressful and a lot of personal things going on. And due to all of the stress, my doctor had me go on disability, on sick leave. And it was for an undetermined amount of time. And within the space of 3 months, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, fibromyalgia, diabetes, depression, anxiety, irritable bowel, fatty liver. I think that's it. And then 2 years after that, I ended up in the hospital for 8 days in the ICU. My oxygen levels had gone to 60%, and they had said had I waited till morning to go in, they would have had to intubate me. As it was, I had to go on BiPAP. And like I said, I was in there for 8 days. They ran a bunch of tests and they found out that I had a rare lung disease, which required me to go on very high doses of prednisone, 100 milligrams. And for those of you who have ever been on prednisone, it makes you gain weight. So I was like, great. My blood sugar was out of control at that point. So I'm like, and the prednisone also makes your blood sugar go even higher. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So met with a dietitian. I started working on my health. And then 2 years after that, I came across health coaching. And that was the thing that changed everything for me. So I had lost a little bit of weight on my own. But once I started health coaching, once I started understanding that losing weight wasn't just about what to eat and being on a restrictive diet, that losing weight was about what's going on in here, why you eat when you're stressed out or emotional, why you eat large amounts of food, why you don't have self-control, why you can do so well for a little while and then sabotage kicks in. And then you fall off the rails and you gain the weight back, and oftentimes more weight than what you weighed before. So Once I started understanding the mindset behind weight loss, that's what changed for me. And I have been now coaching, I think this month or last month was 4 years. 4 years since I've been coaching. I've coached hundreds of women. I've had dozens of women reach their goal weight. One in particular, I loved her story. She just did a free challenge with me, but something in her brain clicked, and she sent me her before and after pictures. And oh my gosh, over that, I think it was a 6-week challenge, and she lost 17 inches off of her body. And she went from, I mean, she's beautiful, but the picture she sent me, she looked like she wasn't very happy, and you could tell she had a lot of extra weight. And then the next picture she sent, she was so curvy and so confident, and she's coming down the stairs in a dress that her husband had picked out for her. She said for the first time she wasn't afraid to show her legs. Like, she looked amazing. And that's the thing that inspires me, is seeing this transformation in people, but not just the physical transformation. When I get to see the emotional and spiritual transformation, that is huge for me. I love to see when the aha moments happen for people. So anyway, so I've lost 90 pounds. I used to be on about $200 of medication. Now the only thing I'm on is a medication for my diabetes, because diabetes is a progressive disease. I've tried to maintain it with just diet, but it's always borderline. So the doctor was like, you know what? Because it's a progressive disease and can cause so many other problems, let's put you back on a very low dose of medication. So that's the only thing I'm taking. My blood pressure, the last time I went, was perfect. My cholesterol's perfect. All my levels are where he wants them to be. And that comes from learning how to eat in a healthy way, but without restriction. Like, I eat dessert. I have chips once in a while. I have junk food sometimes. The thing is, the junk food or the desserts aren't so much the problem as the junk quantities. It's when you eat the entire bag of chips, that's the problem. Instead, what does the bag say? It tells you like 10 to 12 chips, I think, is one serving. So have one serving. A friend of mine today said she buys herself a big bag of chips, and that bag of chips lasts her the entire month because she only has one serving. So it's about learning to control the quantities, learning to understand why you make the choices that you make, and how to stay on track and not be falling off the rails. All right, so if you have any questions as I'm talking, please let me know in the comments. I can see that people have joined. I am going to be sharing from a workbook that I have. So if you would like a copy of the workbook, I can send you a PDF of it, and then you can print it and download it. It is quite a few pages long, so I could also send you the Google Docs version, and then you can, it's just a view only version, and then you can save a copy of it, and then you can write it in, or you can just do a journal and write your answers out. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the importance of, let me go here. All right, let me just start here first. A purpose moves you in the right direction, but a plan keeps you going in that direction. So think of a GPS. You know the destination that you want to get to, and you know why you want to get to it. So let's say you're going on vacation. You know where you want to go. You're excited to get there, like you know why you want to be there. But without a roadmap, you have no idea how to get to that place if you've never been there to that destination before. Sometimes you've made it to that destination before, but it's been so long, you forget how to get there. So you need to have a roadmap in order to get you to where you're going. So we know the people, and it has been me and probably you at some point. You find a new diet plan and you think, this is the one. This is the thing that's going to make all my weight loss dreams come true. And I know I'm going to get to my goal. And then after a little while, that perfect new plan doesn't feel so perfect anymore. And the old habits start creeping back in. And next thing you know, you've gone way off track and you're putting the weight back on again. And the reason oftentimes is because you didn't have a purpose. The reason to reach your goal, your motivating factor, to know why you want to get there. And then the problem is when things get tough, you lose focus. So if you're going on that vacation to this exotic place, but you don't know why you want to go there, like it's just like, oh, let's randomly go here, but I don't know why I want to go there. Like, I don't know how, it doesn't really matter to me if I go there. If you don't know why you're going, then you're going to get lost. On the other side of the coin, it's also not enough to just have a motivating factor. It's useless without the plan, like I said. So problems are going to arise, difficult temptation is going to come up, difficult situations, and you're not going to know how to deal with it because you don't have a plan. You're going to get lost because you don't have a plan. Not having a plan is like wanting to get to the other side of the river without knowing how to swim, without having a boat or a flotation device. You really want to get to the other side, and you might even dream about it and obsess about it. But without the tools that you need to get there, you're just going to end up floundering and possibly even drowning. And that's what we do with weight loss. So we're going to figure out what your destination is. We're going to find out what your purpose is, and then we're going to create a plan. So tonight is about your destination and your purpose. So mapping your destination. Here are some questions I encourage you to pull out a pen and paper, write these down, or like I said, ask me for the workbook and I'll send it to you. And take some time to really think through these questions. So the first one is easy. We usually know the answer to that. What is your goal weight? My goal weight is 150 pounds. So I have about 90 pounds left to go to get to my goal weight. But that isn't enough to keep you motivated. Like, you got to have other reasons or other goals. So what other goals could you have? I have a client, and originally when she started working with me, her goal was to lower her blood sugar. Other people, it's to become more active. Maybe it's to fit into a specific size or an outfit. Some clients, their goal is to be consistent with their medication. So I have a couple of clients that are diabetic, and I struggled with this too. When I was on my medication, I didn't want to take my pills all the time. But taking your pills all the time helps you to be healthy, to manage your symptoms. So their goal was to be consistent and take their medication all the time. Maybe it's to be able to play on the floor with your kids or your grandkids. Others, it could be to reduce pain and inflammation, because there are a lot of foods that trigger pain and inflammation. So maybe it's to just feel better. So write down what your other goals are other than weight loss goals. And then ask yourself where you are now in regards to your goals. So in other words, how close to that goal are you? Where on the map are you? Because you got to know where you're starting in order to know how to get to your destination. So it's important to understand where you are right now and how off track you think you are, or how long it's going to take you to get to there. Now, the next thing I like to do is to imagine yourself at your destination. And athletes do this all the time. They imagine themselves, let's say it's a runner, he imagines himself in the race and thinks about things that could happen along the way and how how they can overcome those obstacles so that they can win the race. So we need to do the same thing. We need to be able to see ourselves at our destination so that we can be excited about getting there. So write down these questions. When you get to your destination or when you reach your goal, what will you be doing? For me, my main goal is to be able to play with my grandkids, like to be able to run, to be able to go to the park and play on the playground, go down the slide, go on the swing, be able to fit in the swing. I want to be active. So when I reach my goal, I'm going to be doing active things with my grandkids, possibly even hiking. I'd love to be able to do that with them. And adventuring and looking for fun things and just going for walks in the park or in the forest or all kinds of fun things like that. So that's what I will be doing once I reach my goal. What will you be wearing? I am going to be wearing the cutest outfit. I'm going to be able to wear the shorts and feel comfortable in them, and I am going to feel very comfortable in my clothes, probably shorts and a t-shirt, and not be worrying about what my belly looks like or, whether I'm in pain. So the next question is, how will you feel? I am going to feel fab, fit, and free. I am going to feel like I don't have to worry about, can I climb over that rock? I'm going to know that I can climb over that rock because I have been practicing and building up to get to that place. Who will you be with? I am going to be with my grandkids. I am so looking forward to that. Another thing I thought of was maybe doing like not a camping trip, because I don't like sleeping on the ground, but maybe renting a cottage somewhere that's near the water and be able to have the grandkids come and stay with me during the week, and we can go fishing and just do some fun stuff like that. How long will it take to get to this destination? Well, I don't know. It's taken me 4 years to get to the first 90 pounds. Now I have the second 90 pounds to go. But I feel like it's not going to take me as long this time, like to do the second set of 90 pounds, because now I've learned so much about myself. And that's the one thing about making mistakes. It's important that when you make mistakes that you learn from those mistakes. Because then okay, next time this happens, then I will do this instead. So learn from the mistakes. Don't get mad at yourself. Don't get frustrated. Just go, okay, yep, I slipped up. What can I learn from that? All right, so now we're going to find your purpose. Now this exercise, you're going to go, oh my gosh, this is dumb. But trust me, it's not dumb, okay? Just trust the process. Do the journaling and trust the process. So, why do you want to lose weight? So, maybe you say, I want to lose weight because I want to look good in my clothes. Okay, so now you ask yourself, why is that important? Why is it important for you to look good in your clothes? Because if you don't know why that's important, then when you're going down the grocery aisle and you see those chocolate bars jumping out at you saying, eat me, eat me, you looking good in your clothes, you're not going to care. So ask yourself, why is that important? And keep doing that. Like in the workbook, I've asked you 7 times, why is that important? When you get to the 7th reason, ask yourself, is this reason enough to keep me from sabotaging or from taking a break? Because how many times do we take a break? Is it enough to keep going even if you're tired, busy, stressed out, or fed up? So let's talk about that a little bit as well. I know people who do really well all week long, and then the weekend hits and it's like the weekend is recess. And they need a break from routine. And so apparently a break from routine means a break from doing anything that might contribute to your well-being. And so all weekend long, they just eat whatever they want. They don't meal plan for the weekend. And I mean, I've done this many, many times. So the weekend comes and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to have to plan my meals. So then I get up Saturday morning and I look in the fridge and I'm like, oh, there's nothing really to eat here because I didn't plan and I haven't got groceries yet. So you end up having something usually very carby. So for me, it would maybe be a couple of pieces of toast because it's easy to prepare and it will fill me up quickly. But then I haven't had enough protein. I haven't had enough of healthy food. And so then a couple hours later, I'm in the kitchen again going, what is there to eat? And I'm looking around for something to eat. Lunchtime comes. I still haven't planned anything. I still haven't gone out and got groceries. I don't know what I'm going to eat for lunch. So maybe I end up going out and picking something up. Now dinner time comes. I still have nothing to eat. So I end up eating junk food all night long because I haven't planned. And the whole weekend goes like that. And next thing you know, it's Monday. You weigh yourself and you've put on 4 pounds. And you're like, what the heck? Why did I do that to myself? Okay, next weekend, I'm going to plan. I'm going to eat better. But the weekend comes and you don't. So it's important to have a goal that is so strong that you don't want to go for recess on the weekend. And here's another thing. I teach women to ditch the diet because I don't want you to be restricted for the rest of your life. Like, that's no way to live. And if you go on a restrictive diet, the word diet is, when I say it, you think of a start and an end date. And so when you reach your goal weight, you're done your diet, you've reached your goal, and now it's like, whoo, I get to go back and eat all the junk food. And next thing you know, the weight creeps back on because you're on a diet. So instead, if you make a lifestyle change, then there's no reason to leave out entire food groups. There's no reason to have to say no to dessert or going out for dinner or having some chips, but it's all about the quantity and how often you have it. You don't need to have chips every single night, but I can allow myself to have chips on the days that I really, really want them. And I just have the 10 or 12 chips, that's one serving on the package, and I have those and that's it. Now, I personally can't do that with chips yet. If chips are in the house, they call my name and they go, Kim, I'm here in the cupboard, come and get me. And I just feel sorry for them and I go eat them all. So I personally don't keep those things in the house. But if I'm out visiting with people, going out for dinner with somebody, or I don't know, visiting with people, if they have snacks and stuff, I will have a little bit. And having a little bit is okay for my lifestyle. I'm okay with that. I'll go out for dinner sometimes with a friend and we will share a dessert. And maybe I won't even finish the whole thing. Maybe I'll just have a few bites. So, now I lost track where I was going with that. Yes, so we don't need to take a break. We don't need to diet. It doesn't have to be an end and a start. It's just a lifestyle. So then you never feel restricted. You never feel deprived. One of my clients allows herself to have some of the things sometimes, but she's been asking herself, is this necessary? So if she's at a family function, there's all the food at her family functions, and she looks at some of the foods and she goes, I would really like to have that, but it's not necessary. Maybe I'll have it another time. And when you know that you can have a food whenever you want, then that desire for it isn't as strong as it is when it's like this is a bad food and you can't have it. As soon as you're told you can't have it, you want to have it. It's like the woman who likes to date the bad guy. She knows he's bad for her, but somehow she's attracted to the bad guy. You don't want to date the bad guy. They're not good for you. But you can be friends with the bad guy. But it's the same with the food. As soon as you say you can't have that, then immediately you want it. If I say to you, don't think about a chocolate sundae, what are you thinking about? You're thinking about a chocolate sundae because that's what I said. Even though I said don't think about it, that thought is there. So if I say you can't have butter tarts, now you want butter tarts. Debbie says, LOL, that's me. Yeah. So if I say don't think about butter tarts, now you want butter tarts. You watch a commercial on TV, you see them, all the junk, oh, she says the bad guy. You see all the junk food on the commercials and you want it. The one that gets me is when they show popcorn and butter. I love lots of butter on my popcorn. So having a bowl of popcorn, I think it's 4 cups is one serving. But when you add all the butter so that the popcorn is really really buttery and you get it all over your fingers, then that's probably too much butter. Yeah, so I allow myself to have some of the things. I just know where my restrictions are, and there are certain things that I don't keep in the house, but I allow myself to have once in a while. And when you allow that, then the desire to have it all the time is gone. My grandma used to keep a chocolate bar in the fridge all the time. And I can't remember what her favorite was. It might have been a Jersey Milk, but it was one that had squares. So she always had it in her fridge. And once or twice a week, she'd just go and have 1 square of chocolate. And we were always like, how on earth do you do that? But she knew she could have it whenever she wanted to. So it wasn't a big deal. When you think, I can't have a chocolate bar because I'm on a diet, immediately when you get a chocolate bar, you're going to eat the whole thing because it's like, okay, well, I better make it worth my while. If I'm going to cheat, let's make it worth my while. Let me eat the whole thing. And maybe if I eat it really quickly, then nobody will see, and then it didn't happen. And the closet eating, the eating in the car, hiding the evidence in the coffee cup, I used to do that. I'd get a chocolate bar and a big bag of chips, and then I would go and get myself a Starbucks coffee. Then I would eat it in the car all by myself, and when it was done, I'd crumple up the chip bag and the chocolate bar wrapper, and I'd stuff it in the coffee cup and then put a napkin over top so that nobody could see that I had had chips and chocolate in the car. It would look like I just had a coffee and put my napkin in there. But take the taboo off of it, and then there's not that need to binge when you have the dessert or the snack. What else? I think that's, I'm not gonna do this for long. Like, I think I will allow, if you guys have any questions, let me know what your questions are and I can answer those. But I'm going to try and be done by 7:30, and then tomorrow night we're going to work on creating your roadmap. So we're going to map out how you want your lifestyle, how you want your Fab Fit and Free to look like, what you want to eat, who you want to be when you eat, how you want to do it, what kinds of foods you want to eat. Like, we're going to go through the who, what, when, where, why, and how, and help you be able to walk away tomorrow night with your personal roadmap that is going to show you how you can get from where you are now to your goal. Now, for those of you who are interested in more information from me, if you want to know about what coaching looks like, what my programs look like, if you want to know any information like that, please reach out to me. I do have a membership right now, and I hold it over on the Volley app, and I love the Volley app because it's asynchronous, video, audio, and text. So you can use any option that you want to use, and you send your message and then I can reply back with a message, and once I send it, then you get it. So it's a great platform. I'm really enjoying it, and I do have a group program on there. Right now, it's only $15 a month. You can't even go to, I won't say the name, but one of those places where you have to go and weigh in once a week and have a weekly meeting, and then you go home and you feel like you're left all by yourself for the next 7 days, and you go off the rails, and there's nothing you can do until you go back to the meeting and you get motivated again. I believe some of those meetings cost as much as $15 a week, and my program, my membership is $15 a month. Right now, I have space for, I believe, 6 more people at the $15 rate, and then it's going up, and then after 10 people, it'll go up again. So you want to get in at the $15. And in this, you're going to get motivational videos, like mindset videos and teaching videos, very similar to this, only they're only about 5 to 10 minutes long, a really easy watch. So you'll get the video course, and then weekly Q&A, so you can ask questions all week long, and then I will have Q&A day on Saturdays where I go in and I can answer your questions, and you can ask me more questions and I will answer back. But also you get to have daily accountability. So there's a section in the group where you can check in and let me know how you're doing, what's been going well, what you've struggled with, and let me know any questions that you have around your plan or your mindset, whatever it is. So you've got a lot of support in there. Plus you have the support of the other girls in the group. Jenny says, love this format. Yeah, it's so great. I have some women who do one-on-one coaching with me, and I do have a one-on-one program. But the one-on-one program also means you need to be able to, usually we meet together one-on-one for about an hour. And not everybody wants to be able to get on a coaching call with somebody for an hour, especially if you're an introvert. The last thing you want to do is get on a video call with somebody. So this is a great format for those who are more introverted and don't want to have to spend a whole hour on a call. But those are the options, and I am loving the membership. Yep, Aja says she's in the program and she's loving it. Yes. So if you're interested, let me know. Send me a DM. If you want the copy of the workbook, let me know. Send me a DM or let me know in the comments here. And I'm actually going to put the link to the membership in the comments. But if you're interested in more one-on-one, we can also do one-on-one through the Volley app, so we wouldn't have to get on a call every week. Aja says, it feels really good to have this type of support. Yeah, it does. And I'm also in a group program, a different program, and I love being able to have the support and accountability, and just to have somebody that understands where I'm coming from. Oh, and in the this is something new that I've been doing. So I've committed to doing something every day, some sort of exercise every day for 365 days. And I think I'm at 151 days where I've done some type of exercise every single day. So one of my newer clients said, are you going to give us exercise videos? And I'm like, I've been thinking I wanted to do that, but I'm nervous. Like, it's hard to go on camera when you still have 90 pounds left to lose. And I'm supposed to be saying to everybody, yeah, let's do this. And I'm like, but I know that women come to me for coaching because I understand where they're coming from. And I understand that it's hard to exercise when you haven't been used to exercising and when you have been sedentary for a long time. And that was me. So also in the group program on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I send a 1-minute workout video, and it's me working out for 1 minute, giving you very simple exercises that almost anybody can do. So anyway, that's my little pitch for tonight. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, we're going to work on the roadmap. We are going to plan your entire journey, how you're going to get from here to your destination. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. Send me a DM, let me know in the comments, and I would be happy to help. Aja says, I love the exercise videos you give us in the program. I feel I can actually do them. Yeah. And so I started with an exercise program called WeShape, and I highly recommend it if you're already used to exercising. Jenny says, me too. So I started with WeShape, and what I love about it is they tailor the exercises. So if you like different levels, so I can start out at the lowest level, and as I improve, then I can scale up to the next level. But if I'm having trouble with that one, I can scale back down again. So a lot of the exercises that I share in the group coaching program are exercises that I've gotten from the WeShape workout. So everything's in there that you need. Aja says, I also love not having to plan time for Zoom calls. Yes, because Aja is an introvert, and too many Zoom calls stress her out. So she can come in the Volley app and leave a message whenever she wants, and in her timing and what feels good for her. Okay, I think that's all. So, like I said, send me a message if you have any questions, or put them in the comments. Let me know if you need the workbook. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock.